Hello and welcome back to Panzer Corps Afrika Korps. It's great to be back again, and this time we are going for the Caucasus. So let's take a look at the briefing.
At last we have the opportunity to assist our forces in Russia and unify our strategic purposes. The conquest of Persia has opened a gateway to Russia through the Caucasus Mountains. Russia's southern flank is now vulnerable and her great oil fields are open to attack. But that is not all, Generalfeldmarschall. Our forces in Russia are very soon to begin a potentially decisive offensive at Kursk. If a major operation through the Caucasus coincides with that attack, the Russians will be faced with a dual threat that will overtax their strength and multiply their chance of defeat. The timing is brilliant. Who could have imagined that the Afrika Korps would deliver the key to final success in Russia? To succeed your attack, Generalfeldmarschall, you must seize the mountain passes with infantry while using gliders to transport your heavy equipment beyond. Fortunately, the Luftwaffe can provide greater support than you have seen in previous campaigns. Good luck.
Well, as always, that looks promising. We have new equipment available, but I don't think we're going to use any of this. And I've already prepared a setup here to speed up things. That's this one, and high Sudnesh. So we have great weather, and well, let's take a look at the deployment. And I still have a ton of prestige left, so I went ahead and bought at least 1 point of overtax for all of my unit. So this is unique for our Rommel experience so far, going into this with overtax. Other than that, I think I did nothing. I could already upgrade the SE Panzer to a Panther, and I bought a single Gebirgsjäger here just to be ready for those, rough terrain, forest and mountain areas. Well, I'm not in need of any other unit, so I thought I would do that. I've prepared most of my heavy forces on the western flank because, there's open terrain here. We can smash into those targets, and part of the troops can already be transported across the mountains, like the briefing suggested. And a small force I will detach to take out Baku. Maybe we can go along the road and continue our way into Russian territory. But this seems not like the way to go. So we'll transport most of our forces into this open area here. The game was so kind to already deliver us a scout here. So we can go here. So that's it. Let's go into it and see what we can do here. We have great weather, 25 turns, so let's go for it. Let's see. Best thing to open up, of course, always is with scouting. So let's see what we can find here. A fairly strong defensive layout. But I'm very much interested to see if there's an anti-aircraft cannon in the back. So let's move the scout. And then maybe we can use it to attack already. And since this position doesn't seem to be defended by air, I think we can send in the Luftwaffe to break the location. This one has air defenses, the others do not. So let's go in and smash them. That was a poor shot, but we'll get there. I think that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Hi Hos. I can't read the name too well because I've zoomed out of the chat to see everything. Then let's see. We can as well send in our level bombers. Try to clear the way a little bit. And maybe even take out this defending artillery in the back, at least a little bit. So that looks promising for now. Then we will send in our artillery. But for the moment, well, I have to find my way around this mission. So the first few turns are always, well, the most difficult ones. If I go, yeah, I can protect my infantry going forward here. So I think the Wolframen is best to attack the city, but I will send in a fighter first, just to make sure to soften the target. And be able to drive out those conscripts out of the city. Then we can reach to take out the anti-tank cannon. This conscript is in our way. So I think what I'm going to do is fire away at him. Maybe one more shot. This should force him into the open. And I like the conscripts because you can, well, get a lot of kills on your units this way. Yeah. Send ahead the Churchill. And then I don't have... Well, let's send in the heavy tank to take out the Sherman. Well, not quite, but at least force it back. So, not ideal start here. But it should be enough to break them. So, they have 5 unsuppressed strengths left. So maybe it's a better idea to... Well, actually, that's not a better idea. And I think we are going to take our time here. It's no need to rush anything. They will most definitely reinforce a lot of times here because we can't get to them. Nothing we can hit here. But we'll just move forward and try to take them out as good as we can. An option might be the Flam actually here. Yeah, that looks promising. Almost killed it. And now I don't have anything to follow up and go in. So that's not an ideal situation. Should have planned it a little better. And even my super fast tank can't do anything because we are blocked here. Yeah, best thing actually might be to finish off the T-34, just to get it out of the way. And prepare artillery defenses for our units here. And I don't want to be in range of any of their artillery. They're pretty experienced, so we can take damage here. Especially the Wolframen here is not in the best spot. Yeah, but I think for now there's not much we can do. Send in more fighters to scout out. Found another cavalry here just to protect myself. And then I think we'll leave this situation alone for now. We'll try to send over. We have still 2 fighters that can protect our transports once we go in here, but for now I think we are fine here. Let's take a look at this situation here. Send over the scout just to make sure it's safe to go over the river. And we'll take our time here. We are still out of vision range, so no need to worry here. This situation here, High Lieutenant Joker, on the other hand, is not ideal. So let's actually take a look how far we can go. And I don't expect to be any anti-aircraft defenses in there. So let's just motor and go over there. We'll form a nice array here so that we can defend them with one of our planes. Just like that. And there's nothing to be seen around here. So that's promising. Move more units to be transported next time. And we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's enough. So I think I'll send one of my artillery pieces over already. Maybe send forward more of my units here and try to protect some crucial targets here. The tanks, well, we're in vision range here because, well, we weren't able to remove any of their spotting. So the question is, how far can they go? There are no airfields around here, so it's not exactly likely that we're getting hit on the first turn. But on the other hand, you never know, so yeah, around here we're at least protecting some of our more vulnerable units. That's not ideal, but I think it will do. So that's it. We can still land here, try to scout out our landing zone a little bit, and well, maybe some additional protection here. So that's it. Let's end the turn. And nothing happened. I like that. Spotted one of their planes. That's great as well. Those are no joke. They're pretty strong actually. So see, my Italian fighter could do nothing here. But let's take a look at the easy front first. Do some scouting. Move, we can already soften them up. I think it's, well, it should be safe to go here, but I will think about that. Go in. Go forward. There could be a unit here, so let's not risk anything. Move up the Italian tank. There's nothing to protect the artillery. And I think it should be safe to move the Bersaglieri forward a little bit. just to speed up and have the infantry to the front to take any blows that might be dealt by defensive artillery in the back. Prevent them from digging in too much, preferable to damage, but that didn't happen. Yeah. Then let's see. Wow, strong points guarding the mountain passes and quite a lot mountain infantry. And we have to bring mass attack bonus to take this Lavochkin, I don't know how to pronounce that, to bring him down. So let's see. Get him out of the forest, then he's easy prey. Ideally, I want to kill on one of my core units, so we'll think about that. We can actually move up the Churchill, I think. It's protected by artillery, so that shouldn't be a problem. And one unit down. Done. Make sure to hit and kill as many targets as we can. Don't want to block our starting zones here, so we have to be a little bit careful. And well, I don't think there are any targets. Maybe there are targets, so let's not waste any shots. This scout has to die. So let's see. Ideally, I want to hit it first, just to make sure he is making no problems. Take out. Damn it. Taking damage on my Overtax Tiger is never a good thing to happen. And move in to kill the artillery. And move forward to scout. There's nothing to be seen, so that's perfect. Don't want to move into vision range of... Well, here it is. Don't want it to get detected by cavalry, but that's it. And this is almost completely suppressed, so I think we are safe here. Let's go for it. They have extremely low initiative, so it's very likely that they don't shoot back. And fortunately, we have the Tiger still to do the blocking and protect our scout. We'll grab the airfield, and then we should be safe down here. So, first thing sorted out. And since we can't really hit them, this might be a good opportunity for a fighter trap here. Because the cavalry will provide detection on the tank, but we can stack a fighter behind. That could do some work. And then let's see how many fighters we actually need to take out this LE5. That's still not great. We could already go to the landing zone, but I would prefer to land a little bit in further to the back. So maybe we'll do a second go here. And that looks a lot better. That's done. Kill it off. Try to do some damage. And next time we will be able to land in this big open zone here. So that shouldn't be a problem. Just do a little bit of scouting. Yeah, that's clear. So this will be our drop zone. Well, how many fighters do we have remaining? 1, 2. So let's move up. We'll need infantry as well. Put 1 unit to protect and 1 unit to provide air cover. Then we don't have anything. Well, we could either resupply or try to do some damage. I think we'll try to do some damage here, just to annoy them a little bit. And no valid targets for you, so let's go back. No, actually we are already here. We can add an airfield, that is, so that's working out. Move forward. We are in protection by the fighter, so that's not a problem. Move up. Move up. And well, don't think it's worth going over the river here. There's a dense forest, so we would be very much slowed down here. I don't see the point in it. So that's it. Everything done. Landing operation over the big mountains, over the Caucasus, already underway. We have done everything here. And we can do some scouting with our non-core fighter. So very much interested about the defensive situation around this city. There might be anti-aircraft defenses, but that's what the non-core fighters are for, aren't they? Nope. No air cover here. And that actually... Do we trust the protection of the Piaggio? Of the Folgore? The Piaggio itself has pretty high defenses. I don't think it's worth it. We're not in a rush here. Let's end the turn. And let's see what they can do. And once again, my scout is getting pounded. Well, the people's Wolf F, I think that's, yeah, that's the ground version. So the people signing up as scouts with me should be used to that by now. Let's see. Well, pretty impressive defensive layout here. Don't want to mess with this piece of artillery, so I would prefer to whittle it down before I go in. No support to be expected. But I think like that, this is a formidable defensive array. Yeah, they could go for the artillery here, but I don't see it, so I don't think there's any risk involved at the moment. Well, we could completely block it off and see there's nothing in the back here, so we are safe. Then let's try to break them. Stuka, that's a job for you. Tank gone. And it's not good to take damage on the scout as early, because, yeah, I still need my scout. I very much need my scout. And then let's get rid of those spotters. They're extremely annoying. And there's high risk that where this tank came from, there will be more. So let's make sure to be ready to attack more units. That's down, and here there is one. So I kept my Tiger in reserve to do that. But for now, let's pound the artillery, break their vision. It won't retreat, so we can do that. And hopefully finish it off as the Flam. Don't like to get damaged here, so that actually might warrant another attack. That's down, and the possibility for another artillery trap. So notice the Piaggio getting spotted. We can defend this crucial portion of our units here. And sadly we can't reach, but we can level bomb it. No more units in the back. So hopefully the Tiger can finish it off. Perfect. And that should yeah, high alkafluence, and I'm trying to hurry here. We've already smashed the initial defenses and we are already shipping units off over the Caucasus. But for now, I think this side of the river is ours. Here we have done everything. So let's take a look at our landing zone. Don't want to go near to this airfield. So what's in here? Ah, that's the broom bear, so let's put him in the back. Actually, that's a Sturg. It can protect. What's that? Tiger definitely to the front, and Panther to the front. Fighter yeah, the Sahariana is still alive. He barely survived at some missions, but he is still going. And I think we can drop a second group maybe down here, but I'm not really sure. Maybe we should take the time to move further. Let's at least take this opportunity to scout a little bit. Yeah, I should be safe. So I want... Well, this is a weak tank, but it will have to do. What's that? No. And we will get spotted here. We will get spotted. Yeah, I think it's not a good idea to drop them here. So I will actually go ahead and fly a little bit forward to drop them. No units that can follow. Move ahead infantry to prepare the attack. But I think we have more than enough infantry here. Get ready to maybe shoot at something. Then we'll prepare the trap situation here. Attack and try to do some more scouting. Well, we are pretty much out of range. Is there any targets we want to scout? Not really for the moment, so let's grab the fuel. Let's keep the scouts safe. One more. The pioneers, they have air defenses. Whittle down the artillery. And bring up my bomber. Everything out of vision range, so that's nice. We don't need him. So maybe prepare one of our second layer traps here. And yeah, I thought about, well, Confluence made a point about converting the Bersaglieri into Alpini. I thought about that, but the thing is they don't have the 43 version, so they are only regular and they're not that great. And I have quite a lot of mountain troops here, and I don't plan on, well, tackling all those units. So I think the troops already over here will have to do the heavy lifting. So let's get a better idea what's happening here. And then we're ready. Well, the Sahariana lives another round. That's it, and here's the Panther, but not going to upgrade it now. So that might be a perfect opportunity to switch the Sahariana and get rid of the first defending artillery already. That's done, and I very much like the Sahariana, so great tip on using them. I might not even have noticed it. Keep working on the defending artillery. If they want to shoot, that's fine. And I think it might be a good idea to bring a tank around here already. I'm not too sure about this guards unit. So maybe we'll bring the Sahariana around, and there's anti-aircraft defenses here. So I think we'll start to box them in. Use the tank to protect our flank. And we might have too many units to do this. We are almost done here, so that's not an issue. Then let's see. We might be able to break this location. There's no more defenses here, so let's go for Tbilisi. We know what's around here, so we can plan out this attack, but I think we'll take the time to restock, position our artillery, and, well, basically keep working on them. More enemies ahead. Absolutely demolishing them. And the Russian Air Force didn't show up so far, so that's promising at least. That might be enough to already, well, no, that's not worth it. But I'm not too worried about the counterattack here. So let's get ourselves in a position to attack next turn. Already glance across the river here. There's absolutely nothing, and I don't think we can use this tiger here anymore. So let's schedule him for lifting. Let's move you out. He can be scheduled for lifting as well. Don't know what to do with the 88, but I think once we have Tbilisi under control, we have more room to make, carefully fight our way across the mountain passes here. We'll keep, well, one tank just for safe measures. Defend everything. And, well, ideally I would like to protect this piece of artillery with the 88, so I blocked myself here a little bit. That's not ideal, but maybe he can still shoot at something, and we'll keep up the trapping situation like is for the moment. There's nothing we can do here, so let's grab fuel. And we've done this, and now it's time to drop everything. Let's just check we are not dropping wrong units. Units with only a vision range of 1 are always a little bit of a problem, so let's actually make sure there's nothing, well, there is something in our back, but we should still be completely concealed here. Those units don't have a lot of they don't have a lot of vision. So dropping the infantry behind, and I think taking out this group might be beneficial. Yeah, don't really know where to land here, and we'll just try to protect as good as we can. Don't have protection on those two, but don't think they are in vision. But actually there might be a fortress back here, so let's protect those two, because we know the conscripts can't see him, so that should be nice. Fine, safe and fine. Then everything is okay here. We have our non-core scout. Nothing we can do. So we might as well peek on this trenched situation here in the back that looks like there is something. And there's a small fortified area here. I think it is here to prevent us from driving up here in the back, but that's not a very likely road anyways, so don't think we have to worry about that. So that's it. He has to land soon, but not now. Let's end the turn. And the Russian Air Force nowhere to be seen. And we have 20 turns to go, so I think that should be enough to fight our way across the country here. And well, I think it's time for the first break. We made good progress, but not a lot that happened so far. So rather uneventful journey across. I think we are going to crush this little group here just to have nothing in our back, and then we'll hurry up to take out Grozny and then motor our way over to Maikop, and those targets on the south of the mountains should be no problem. So that's it for now. I'll be back in a few minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, it will take a little bit longer, but anyways, see ya and hope you enjoyed the first part. So see you soon. Bye.